See all the beautiful hair? It's all over the place now. Look at it. It's all crazy. Yeah, I got this beautiful haircut yesterday. About $1.55 while I watch some crazy American woman on a video talk about if he won't buy you a TV, don't be with him. Shoot, I can barely buy my haircut, bro. Whatever. It's not my fault though. I mean, I put in 80 job applications. 80 job applications. A guy with a master's degree, a guy with a bachelor and an associate degree, three college degrees, and these people didn't want to give me a decent job. It's not my fault. It's those people's fault. It's those freaking people that want to control every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? They want to control. They're so freaking greedy. Those people are so freaking greedy. They want to control every damn thing. They want to grab you by the weibos, by the balls, and squeeze them so hard till you're in pain, bro. You're in freaking pain. Well, they can KMA, kiss my mother. But anyway, here we are in the Philippines. I'm an American. I would stay out there in the Philippines. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I was just watching the video, Steven. How's it going? Michael, good morning from Virginia. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, just watching this video. This black girl, hair was shorter than mine, bro. Her hair was shorter than my hair. I'm like, are you sure you're a girl? Anyway, what's up? Good morning. How's it going, Alan C? And she's like, and you know what I don't understand? Them girls, the black girls are calling their guys the N-word. You know? They're like, they're always using that crap, bro. And they're talking about their own guys. What the heck? Another day closer to my appointment day. Oh, hold on, your appointment day? Good morning, Poe. What's up, Alan C? Good morning. What is the appointment day? When's that, bro? Talking about with your girl? Mimi, how's it going? Good morning. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, so the girl has hair shorter than mine. She's in her 30s. She's about to lose her freaking looks, but she's like, he better be buying you a TV. I'm like, you crazy. Buy you a TV. Replace your old TV and get you a brand new TV and get you some tires on your car. She's talking a bunch of crazy crap. She's been listening to too much of that, what is that crap? Nicki Minaj, or what's that other one? That other WAP one? Anyway, that's a crazy mess. Hello, Mike. I'm watching your live. Thanks. I appreciate it, Mimi. I hope you're doing awesome. Hope you're doing wonderful down there in Cebu. Mimi's down in Cebu. Michael says, yep, appointment in the first half of July. That means she might be here in August. Yeah, that's perfect timing, bro. Right? Perfect timing. Alan C says, hey, finally got a notice that you're live. I'm finally happy that it freaking works. I've been getting these messages, these comments that people are leaving in other people's videos, and they wind up coming into mine. I'm like, what the heck is this message about? There's a bunch of mistakes. Who's running the show over there, bro? Oh my gosh. Probably that girl that I just watched. She's like, if he can't buy you tires and a TV, don't be with him. That's using a man, bro. That's using a man just to get a bunch of materials. And guys, they can't be doing that now. Economy's getting tougher. Gas price is higher. You know, they're almost $7 over in California. A gallon. Around San Francisco, it's like almost $7 a gallon. How much is y'all's gas? Has it been higher? I mean, last time I talked to my mom, I think hers was like $3.50 around North Carolina, I believe. $3.50. I'm not positive though. I think it was 349 or something like that. What's your appointment karma? Yeah, he's got him a woman. I'll let him talk. I don't want to butt in on the conversation. But anyway, yeah, I try to like watch the videos or something to figure out something to talk about. So that's the one I saw this morning. I mean, she ain't even all that. The girl ain't even all that, and she's wanting everything. She's like, girls, if they can't buy you nothing, don't talk to them. I'm like, what a role model. Hey, so yeah, still out here in Makati. Beautiful Makati, but it's still, man, it was 95 degrees yesterday. So hot. You can see how steamy hot it is out here. Show over this area. It's very, very hot. But, you come over here, you can go up to Baguio and stay up there and be like 80-degree weather instead of this 95-degree weather. Let's see. What's your appointment karma? Oh, let me turn on the all chat so I see everything. And I'll just go ahead and say, because he might be busy, his appointment is his fiance. He's got Filipina. Alan's Filipinas from Leyte. Michael Karma is from her. She's from Bohol. Have you been to Bohol, man? Damn, I hate that noise. Freaking truck out there somewhere. Yeah, I sort of miss the province area, man. I sort of miss those beaches and mountains and everything, I have to say. So the kid does my haircut. I think that dude was like 19 yesterday. But they spend so much time on this haircut, and it's like dollar 55, and they spend like freaking 25 minutes cutting it. In the U.S., they'll give me about 15 minutes and then charge me about $20. Mimi says, Mike, where are you? The place very noisy. Yeah, I'm in Makati, Manila. Makati, Manila. Yeah, it's pretty noisy right now because it's 11 o'clock in the almost afternoon, almost lunchtime. Alan C says, remember when I looked up the average weight for American women? 171. I know. That even surprised me. And the girl that was talking about buy me a TV and tires for my car, she's probably about 160 pounds. Mimi's a lot, I picked Mimi like here over this girl that the video. I mean, I'm not available anyway. Um, anyway, yeah. Okay, you like stay a long time there? Yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. Be here for a while. I don't know how long, but probably about 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. Probably about 3 weeks. That freaking truck noise is crazy, bro. Have you talked to Jeff lately? Mimi? You talked to Jeff lately? I haven't talked to him, so I've been wanting to talk to him, but I was making a video last night. I don't know if you guys saw it. I thought it was awesome. This is an awesome video, in my opinion. It was an indigenous girl from the Philippines, lived in the mountains. I did an interview with her. She lived in the mountains and she came down to the town and she was selling baskets and watermelons and all that kind of stuff. We talked about life and her and romance and sheer delight. How sweet. I got to find me a girl to make my life complete. Anyway. Let's see, problematic gaming. Yo, what's up? How's it going, homie? How you doing today? The embassy interview for the fiance K1 visa. Yeah, thank you for giving the details, Michael. Yep. So we're talking about July. What day, bro? You don't have to say. Was it July the 7th? Is that what you told me before? For some, yeah. I think it was July the 7th. Maybe you told me it was July the 2nd. I don't remember exactly. I've been hoping I would have some nice dreams lately, but I haven't been dreaming anything at all. Behold, nice place. Seen the chocolate hills. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. It's very rural out there. You know, very countrified, beautiful place. One of my best friends is over there. Um, she's a beautiful lady. I never had a romance with her, but came close. But anyway, problematic says, "Good. How are you? I'm doing fine, thank you." Mimi says today should talk to Jeff a few minutes. He has plans to visit again in December. Wow. What? Going to Palawan? Bruh. That's awesome. Maybe I can go down there too. Meet y'all down there or something. You know, that's on my bucket list. Go to Palawan. By December, maybe I'll have some money by then. Maybe you two will hook me up. Anyway, Alan C says, I wonder if the K1 visa is stricter with Trump in office. Yeah, I wonder that too. I don't know, Alan. I don't know. Um, I mean, I wouldn't think it would be for Filipinos. Maybe some countries what he did before. He had some countries where he didn't want them coming into the USA. But I've never seen him have any kind of issues with Philippines. Have y'all? I've never seen him have any problems with Philippines. It's more with the terrorist type countries. Problematic says you do know Michael Jackson. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah, I saw this guy yesterday. He looked just like him. He was like a at the movies because they got that Michael Jackson movie. So he was a lookalike, and I saw him yesterday in Quezon City. Looked just like the dude. He was like his height and the outfit, the whole 9 yards. I even took a picture of that. Mimi says, thank you very much, Mike, for helping how I find man. And now I find Jeff, very good guy. Yeah, Jeff is a great guy. And I think you're a great lady. And so I think y'all can have a great time, great life, maybe, That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping y'all do. I did hook up some people a long time ago, and they're still together, and they got a bunch of kids. I'm becoming a matchmaker. Oh, Jaffer Jackson. Jaffer Jackson. I don't know Jaffer. Alan C says, Mimi, what do you like about Jeff? What's the difference between American men and Filipino men? Thank you for the question, Alan. That's good dialogue. Let's see. Problematic says, I watched it in theaters. It was fire. Yeah, I want to watch it too, bro. Haven't, I'm not. I'm probably not, but But yeah, I would like to watch it too. It'll be a good movie. I think so. Michael Jackson, man. I mean, he was amazing. He was really awesome. What's up, Lester? How you doing? Chill with your hi. Hi. What's up, Lester? Where you from? Where you from? Do we have? Let's see. Karma Buddy says, "Where does Jeff live?" And Mimi Karma Buddy is talking to you. Randy, hello, Poe. What's up? How's it going, Randy? Randy, my main brother. How you doing? How you doing? So here we are, bro. Randy, this is Makati. This is part of Makati. Makati's huge, though. But I'm going to show you some of the areas up here on top of the roof where I'm staying at. And I'm going to show you the biggest golf course in the Philippines. 1 second. Hold on to your horses, bro. How you doing, Randy? Randy and Yummy, 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 yummy. Anyway, here we go. This is the golf course. Randy met a beautiful Filipina over in the USA, and they've been married for 55 years. No, I don't know how long. They've been married for a while. Um, how long, Randy? Randy is a fellow North Carolinian. He's got a channel, Booyah, My PH Simple Life. And yeah, he's a great guy. And yeah, I'm sure we're going to be hanging out soon. Yeah. Why not, bro? Why not? People always say, why? I always say, why not? Lester, Philippines. Hey, oh, Lester's in the Philippines. Good to see you, Lester Carl Renata. How you doing? I like that name. That's pretty cool. Lester Carl Renata. Sounds like a TV personality, like a news reporter. And we actually have an American guy who's a news reporter. He's been reporting forever. His name's Lester. Yeah. Anybody know his last name? Lester? Lester something. Anyway, Mimi says, yes, Mike, maybe if ever I find Jeff, you are the first naming of the kids. Randy. Oh my gosh. That's tripping, bro. Little Mike and little Randy. Thank you, Mimi. You're sweet. You're sweet. You're wonderful. I appreciate it. What's favorite Michael Jackson song? Um, Man, there's so many. There's so many awesome songs. I mean, Thriller's awesome. Black and White is awesome. But you know, one song I really like that hardly anybody plays. It's the one with Paul McCartney. The Girl Is Mine. The Girl Is Mine. The guy from the Beatles, Paul McCartney, he did a song with him. And it's a good video too, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one, but there's another one I can't think of the name. He's got so many good ones. There's like three that I just can't think of the names of them. Lester says he lives in the Philippines. Sound like Jeff's in love. Yeah, I know, bro. I gotta talk to him and see what's up. Lester lives in the Philippines. Good to see you. Michael says those water storage containers on the roof always remind me of a brewery. Yeah, you're right, bro. That is tripping. 2 years almost now. Wow, 2 years. Okay. Thank you, Randy. Catch up with the chat here. Is You're Not Alone. You're not. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah. Randy's World Philippines. There you go. Thank you for sharing, Randy. Anybody else want to share your channel? Feel free. My fiance, me love the video about how foreigners laugh when foreigners try to speak Visaya. Yeah, Michael Karma here. He's a what you call it. He's a subscriber of Randy's. Let's see. Nimong is Godfather Maki. Ninong is Godfather. Okay, got you, bro. Oh my God, that's my favorite for real. I'm sorry. I probably should stop moving around. I just get so energetic, and plus I get hot just staying in one little spot there. It's pretty hot. The freaking Wi-Fi doesn't work the best in the room, so I'm out here. Oh my God, that's my favorite for real. Ninong is Godfather. Okay, Ninong. I'll try to remember that. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it. I was just listening to some Billy Joel music too. I'm keeping the day, yeah. I'm keeping the faith. Oh, I'm keeping the faith. Don't sound as good as him though. You asked me yesterday, Alan, about what I rate myself. Probably for that song, maybe a 4. Dun, 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 dun. Problematic. My top 10 is They Don't Care About Us. Oh yeah, that's one of them I was trying to think of. They Don't Care About Us. Yeah. Billie Jean. I did Billie Jean for karaoke I think it was like the worst. No, no, I did Beat It. Yeah, Beat It for karaoke. I think it was like the worst karaoke I've ever done in my life. I was sort of tired, so I was just saying, beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Thriller. Thriller's awesome. Bad. Yeah, but there's another one that's sort of like risque in the bed. I can't think of the name of it though. Anyway, bad. Yeah, yeah, not black or white. You're making me feel. You're making me feel. Make me feel so good. Yeah, you knock me off of my feet. You knock me off of me. Yeah, I love that song, bro. Lester Holtz. Yeah, I think it is Holtz. Lester Holtz, I believe. Yeah. I, yeah, the Lestr is, I think, how you spell it. You know, there's that one dude, Pierre dude, and I'm like, you know, he's got those glasses. I guess he's from France or something. I don't know. But anyway, then there was Tom Brokaw, Walter Cronkite. Anybody remember him? Walter Cronkite. What's the other ones, man? Dangerous. I don't know how that one goes. But I like that, the way you make me feel. You make me feel so good. You knock me off of my feet. You knock me off of my feet. When lonely days are good. When lonely. Anybody see my video last night? I was pretty happy about it. I think it was a great video. The girl was from the mountains, indigenous. I'm sorry, indigenous, and she was speaking Tagalog. She speak Tagalog, to interpret the language over to English. And in my opinion, it might be my favorite video I've ever done because it's just interesting. The some of the answers she gave I thought were very interesting. But yeah, I got so many more interviews to do with different people. Karma here, Michael. I'll be talking to him. Randy. Booyah! Yep. It's hot. So because it's hot, I'm not going to be up here too long. But I'm trying to hang out longer for the audience, which is only four. They're watching. I appreciate your love. And what's new, man? Anything new to talk about? What's going on? How's any improvements anywhere? Anybody seen improvements anywhere? I can't really say I've seen any improvements over in the Philippines. Nothing bad though. Nothing bad. It's just pretty much same old, same old. What's the story about Mimi and Jeff? They're still in love. So yeah, he's talking about coming back in December is the only thing I've heard. And now going to Palawan. Bruh. Bruh. He must be getting serious. You go all the way around the world to see a girl twice and take her to Palawan, and you're not rich. You must be serious. At least I don't think he's rich. How do you introduce them? Mimi was asking me to find somebody for her, and my friend Jeff, you know, we talk through Messenger every now and then. I thought he was single, so I just asked him. I asked Jeff, I said, hey, I know this lady that's looking for somebody over here in the Philippines, and would you like to meet her? And basically, he's like, yeah. So I gave him her messenger. She wanted me to give him her messenger, and then they started talking to each other through Messenger. And Karma says Virginia has having some interesting politics. They tried to restrict, but the court stopped them. Now the U.S. Justice is being sued is suing them over gun control. Been interesting to watch. Let me try to understand that. I know it sounds like the topic is gun control. They try to redistrict. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was restrict. They tried to redistrict, but the court stopped them. Now the U.S. Justice is suing them over gun control. So it sounds like Virginia is trying to control guns out there by doing redistricting. And yeah, we know freedom to bear arms is in the Constitution, and I strongly agree with it. You know, strongly agree with our Constitution. The problem is some people in our government, I think they would like to get rid of the Constitution. Some of these idiots. Anyway, first they tried to redistrict to 10D 1R with current being 65R. Oh, okay. I see the 10 Democrats and the one Republican going from 6 and 5 so they can make sure they win to control guns. Yeah, it's that's just BS, bro. You know that. That's freaking some crazy BS. And a separate issue, they tried to pass an blank weapon ban, and DOJ sued them in federal court. They tried to ban the A weapons, and DOJ sued them in court. Wow. You know, we could talk about the problems with those, like at schools and so forth, right? But the problem is we got bigger fish to fry, you know? Um, the bigger fish is mental illness, people having values in their life, the parents having values and spending time with their children and being real parents and not being so damn materialistic and all that kind of mess, you know. Karma says the redistricting and financial, that's a bigger fish. There's bigger fish to fry than that. Corruption, all that kind of crap. The redistrict is an attempt to take the U.S. House of Reps, so they try to impeach Trump. Yeah. That sounds about normal. That sounds about normal, bro. Man, I feel like a mango shake, bro. Ah, have y'all had a mango shake? Them things are freaking delicious. Eve got some mangoes yesterday, and oh my God, it was the best tasting mango I've ever had in my life. And I don't even like mangoes. I don't even like regular mangoes. But I ate some of this mango. I like the mango shakes. I like mango desserts. But I've never really liked a mango because it wasn't never really sweet. But this mango I had yesterday, it was so juicy and so sweet. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. It was amazing. Naeem, what's up, man? How's it going, Naeem? Good to see you again. Naeem is in the chat. He's in the house. Naeem, do you? I don't think you have a channel. I don't believe so. Ozzy, what's up, brother? How's it going? Karma Buddy says Lily is a mango snob. That's funny. I do not have the experience to tell the difference between good and bad. Mango shakes are amazing. Yeah. Mango shakes, man. Ozzy, when you come over here, if you come, get you a coconut shake and a mango shake. And they have some great watermelons too. The watermelons that are yellow, try that. Not the red flesh. The red flesh, try the yellow flesh. Well, you try both, but I mean, the watermelons over here, watermelons over in the U.S. I've had some horrible ones before I left. They were like rubber. I stopped buying them, and I used to buy watermelons all the time, and then the price went like sky high, and it started tasting like rubber. I'm like, what the heck are we eating? Good to see you, Mikey. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. King Oz. Whew, man, it's another wonderful day. I mean, the thing is, at least I'm not pouring down rain all over the freaking place right now, but it is hot. And people might say, "Oh, I'd rather have the rain," but I walk so much, I just sweat all that toxins out of my body. And some people over here, they'll take like 2 or 3 showers a day sometimes. Do you want to try the dirty ice cream? He said the avocado and cheese is good. Does it sound good? It's worth a shot though. Um, yeah, personally myself, I've had plenty of dirty ice cream. I get it quite often because it's such a good price and it's delicious. But yeah, I think he's talking to you, Ozzy. Alan. Alan says, "Do you want to try dirty ice cream?" I guess because I've had avocado, I've had the cheese, I've had the ube. Ube is like a potato. It sounds weird, but it's sweet. When it's sweet, the cheese is sweet too, so it makes it better. Basically, any kind of sweetness added makes things better. Um, my favorite though was the cantaloupe. If you ever get a chance, try cantaloupe dirty ice cream. Oh my God, it's awesome. Or maybe you could just make it, just buy some, say, whatever ice cream, cookies and cream from the dirty ice cream, and then cut up the cantaloupe and put it in there with it. Karma says, ube ice cream is my favorite. There you go. Take the ube, chop up some cantaloupe, throw it in the ube. I would swoon if I could get ube ice cream with brownies and marshmallows and have brownies and marshmallows. Yeah, I mean, anyway, you might not like cantaloupe. What's up, Craig? How's it going? Craig says, "Hey, Mike, nice to see you live. I must be old. I broke my arm by falling today." Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. Broke your arm? That's pretty serious. You broke it like you went to the hospital, dude? You went to the hospital? That's a lot of freaking money over in the U.S. Anyway, so do they, or Craig? Hold on, no, Craig, you're in the Philippines though, right? I think Craig's in the Philippines. Where you at, Craig? I forgot. Do they ube ice cream there? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. They have plenty of ube ice cream. Dang, sorry to hear that, Craig. Thanks, Ozzy. Alan C says, "Why do they call it dirty ice cream?" I don't know. I'll try to find out, Alan. I have no idea, bro. I think it's because basically you got vendors out there selling the ice cream. And, as a vendor, they're going to do dirty things. They're going to have dirty hands. It's sweating and everything. And maybe they have to use the bathroom on the streets, that kind of stuff, you know. So yeah, I'm guessing that's the reason why. I think that's the reason why, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I remember over in Korea, and I see it over here too. Over in Korea, I remember the guy jumping out of the car and just taking his whiz over here, which they actually call that jingle, by the way. Going to take a jingle. I think it's jingle or gingle, jingle, jingles. I believe it is something like that. Whenever they just have to go do their thing, because you'll have taxi drivers that are working like 15 hours a day, and so they got to take a jingle somewhere. I was about to say I've done it, but I don't want to get locked up, so never mind. Let's see. No money is here, Whistler, Canada. Oh, okay. You're in Canada. Okay. I thought it was either U.S., Canada, or Philippines. Doctors and surgeons are free. Well, that's a good thing. Michael Karma Buddy says, in the Philippines, dirty ice cream is a nickname for traditional street vending ice cream sold from colorful push carts by local vendors, often called sorbeteros. Okay, I didn't know that one. Sorbeteros. But I do know sorbetero, sorbet, something like that's ice cream in Philippines. Sorbeto or sorbetos or sorbet, something like that. Stands for ice cream. Karma says today many vendors maintain good hygiene standards, and dirty ice cream is mostly an affectionate cultural nickname rather than an accusation about cleanliness. Yeah, okay. So that was a discussion that me and Eve had, and that was our conclusion that maybe that was the reason. But yeah, a lot of places all over the place. I don't know about them. I haven't really noticed, but or sanitizer. A lot of people have sanitizer. Um, you walk into a Jollibee, they'll have it all over the counters, different restaurants and everything. So take advantage of the sanitizer while you're out. I would definitely, especially if you're in a city, if you're in a city area, because there's so many people here and so many germs. And I had to learn this because I wasn't doing that and I was getting sick a lot. If you noticed, this trip is like the only trip I haven't gotten sick on since I've been in the big city because I've been trying to get my sanitizer throughout the day, or whenever I'm out, that kind of thing. It's sort of hard to wash hands over here sometimes because you'll have some bathrooms that they say they're closed or they only have one bathroom, or maybe you don't have any soap a lot of times in the bathrooms. So yeah, carry around sanitizer is a big suggestion. Now that I've started using the sanitizer every now and then, I haven't been getting sick. Knock on wood. Let's see. Michael says, in fact, for many Filipinos, it carries nostalgia and pride because it is tied to childhood memories and local culture. I absolutely love dirty ice cream. I love the taste of it. I love that it supports the community. I love the great price of it. I love the nostalgia, like Michael's talking about. And yeah, it's awesome. Naeem says, I like turtles. That's funny, bro. Alan C says, so they don't wash their hands, and that adds extra flavor to the ice, and that's why they call it dirty ice cream. No, I didn't say that. I said, maybe that's the reason. I don't know. But do they wash their hands? I don't know. I guess that's an individual thing. It's like anybody. No matter what they are, do they wash their hands? I don't know. Yeah, if they're going to wash their hands, I mean, basically they're probably going to have sanitizer. I haven't got my prize yet. Ian's tooth. Are you serious, bro? Ian's tooth. Naive. Ozzy says, "What if you have to take a dump really bad?" Um, Control your dumping. Number one. Number two is if you're around American places like Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, try to go to those kind of places because those will have some decent bathrooms. So, most of the time, yeah, I think they're pretty much the best places to go. A lot of convenience stores won't have a bathroom. I can't think of any convenience store that has a bathroom actually. Um, and try to dump at home. Sometimes buses have bathrooms, but these you want to try to do it in an area like your home would be better, because it would be nicer, cleaner, better normally. But I went to the one at BK over here. That was a very nice bathroom. So shout out to the BK and BGC. Very nice bathroom. Let's see. I waited for 1 year for just getting a prize of a perfume, and I haven't gotten my tooth. All right. Okay. Let me try to. I don't think I can do it here. Anyway, Alan C says, "Are you able to drink the service water?" Yeah. I drink service water all the time. So if you're in, BK, McDonald's, wherever, any kind of restaurant, Mang and Saw, any place, right? You could ask for service water that's filtered water. Yeah, the water's filtered, and I've never had a problem with filtered service water. But whenever you get any kind of water, just make sure it's filtered. I mean, you can buy a bottle of filtered water for like 25 cents in a freaking convenience store. You know, um, maybe cheaper than that actually. Yeah, you could buy like 5 bottles of water, cold water in a convenience store. So it's really cheap for $1. Yeah, for about 5 bottles. Yeah. Anyway, Alan C says, "What's the best way to help gut or to prevent diarrhea?" There is a tea that Eve got, but it was from Spain. Is the problem, and she said it's really good for the stomach and stomach problems, stuff like that. They don't have Pepto Bismol over here. They do have another stomach medication though. I haven't had. Actually, I think I did one time. I'm trying to remember if I ever used it or not. I think I did. I think it worked well, I believe, but I can't remember exactly. But I'm pretty sure I did, and I think it worked well. But I still miss my Pepto Bismol. I saw one guy say, "Bring Pepto Bismol with you," because I was going to try to maybe order some. I couldn't get it through the place they have here. Let's see. Alan says, "Do they still not have toilet paper in the stalls in the Philippines?" Yeah, I wouldn't count on toilet paper in the stalls. Bring your own toilet paper or spray your butt. Yeah. Craig says, "Shout out to the American restaurants who has not stopped in a moment." Yeah, I know, bro. It's like that's good. That's good, Craig. Yeah, not just American, but yours too, right? We got Tim Hortons over here from Canada. I don't remember going in the bathroom. I think they had one though, and I'm sure it's a nice bathroom. But yeah, we have Tim Hortons. We have Seattle Best Coffee, which isn't Canada, but it's close. Um, Not sure if there's any other Canadian places over here. Alan C says we use little sprinklers instead of toilet paper, and I've had the bagels at Tim Hortons. I've had the bagels there. This was in my first year of being here when I was spending too much money, basically. Naeem says, "Alan C, we use little sprinklers instead of TP or a Tabo bucket." A Tabo bucket. Yeah, I've never used the Tabo bucket for it, bro. But I've used the sprinkler, and I'll tell you, the sprinkler here where I'm staying at, it's pretty powerful. It's a good one. I haven't been using TP here. I've got some in case I want to use it, but it's been a great bum gun, is what Alan C called it. Bum gun. Yeah, there it is. Bum gun. He just put it there. Yeah, it's been great. I've gotten used to it. I mean, it's sort of weird. I mean, you save money. That's the good thing. The bad thing is you got a wet butt for a while. Let's see if you're not using any toilet paper. Let's see. And yeah, but yeah, it's cool. Do they have Jayco in Manila? Heck yeah, bro. Jayco Donuts. Jayco Donuts, Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, all delicious. But Jayco has my favorite freaking coffee, bro. I love the taste of their coffee. But 7-Eleven's a lot cheaper, so I just go to 7-Eleven. Food in the U.S. is poison. Yeah, I know. I agree with you, man. They want you to be in the hospital so they can really make the money. Because most people become bankrupt when they get old and their medical expenses take all their money. Yeah, look it up. Over half the people that happens to. They get bankrupt when they get old. Uh, and that's crazy because then what do you got to give your kids, bro? After the freaking hospitals took all your money, rest homes and all that. I mean, you could have a caretaker over here working for like freaking $8 a day, taking care of you at your old age. I know someone, they're 85 years old. They have a caretaker. They're paying, I think it's $7, $8 a day, something like that, to take care of them the whole day. I mean, I want my mom to come here, you know? Uh, no, she doesn't need a caretaker right now. She's actually is a caretaker right now. She's in her 70s and she's taking care of somebody older than her. But I want her to come over here. I've been telling her a long time ago. She's like, I got so much debt. I'm like, just declare bankruptcy. Get rid of your debt. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. But she's like, she didn't do what I told her. She never does what I told her. I tell her. I try to help her, you know. But anyway, Alan C says, that's your next video, Mikey. How to use the sprinkler. That could be a short video, bro. Yeah. Naeem says, pretty much people don't use... I did a funny one on the Tabo bath. I don't know if y'all saw that. Yeah, it was like about a year ago. It was teaching how to do the Tabo bath, and I made it a little bit of a comedy. Let's see. Naeem says pretty much people don't use TP. Mostly they use the bidet, faucet water, the sprinklers. Thanks for giving out this information, Naeem. I appreciate having a Filipino in here that's going to help teach things because I'm still learning things myself. Let's see. Mostly they use the bidet faucet water, the sprinklers, leaving their underwear wet as crap. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, yeah, there's going to be a little water fun, and I've sort of gotten used to it. I'm sort of like, it's not that bad. It would dry up. You know what I mean? Let's see. Food in the USA is poisonous. Bro. Ozzy, King Ozzy's in the house. How you doing, Ozzy? How's life? How you doing, Naeem? Hey. Man, it is freaking hot, bro. I think it's about 93 degrees right now outside here. So I'm going to be cutting this off probably in about 5 or 10 minutes. Let's see. How many we got in here? 5 people? Yep. Unless we have a bunch of crazy people in here, and then I'll try to sweat to death until my battery dies. Let's see. Alan C says maybe your mom has too much responsibilities in the U.S. The house bills, maybe a car payment. She doesn't have a car payment. Actually, I let her use my truck. I don't think she has a car payment. Yeah, I don't think so. I let her use my truck, man, for free. And my truck's paid off over there. And the bills though, if you have a bunch of credit card bills and all that kind of crap, there's legal ways you can get rid of that. Or if you feel like, oh no, I need to pay for it, you can consolidate. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. But, the system is going to use you, so you need to use the system too. Doing good, brother. Surviving. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you for moderating. I appreciate you. Craig says, Mike, I need Pepto at times as well. Yeah, some people just bring it over here with them. You are right about the U.S. healthcare. Too many Americans suffer health and or money. Many of my family are Americans throughout the USA, cousins. Craig Henderson, I appreciate that, bro. There's this one guy, he's got like this American name, and he's over here in the Philippines, but I can't remember if it was you or not. Gotcha. Canadian Craig. Let's see. Naeem says, I remember one time my classmates came out in the male restroom with his shorts looking like he beep. That's funny. Um, Something interesting I saw about a week ago over in Australia. The freaking government in Australia is making a bathroom where anybody is allowed to just walk in. And, just anybody walks in there, no matter what you are. And I think that's insane, bro. Anybody can just walk in there. What these freaking these? I don't know. They're just messing up the world, bro. Those snowflakes. Those snowflakes are messing up the freaking world. Naeem says, let's see. He looked like. Oh yeah, I already read that part. That's crazy. I know, man. I wouldn't want my daughter in the bathroom with another person that has a you know what. You know, that's sick. It's gross. It's weird. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's insane. You know, they are obviously trying to destroy us, the regular people. Obviously, that's why I escaped the insanity, bro. I escaped the insanity, and I came to a place that is. It's crazy too, but it's like adventure, interesting, kind of crazy. It's not like crazy like you're getting pumped in the butt crazy, you're getting pow-powed. That kind of crazy. You might be doing some pow-pow, but you're not getting pow-pow. Anyway, Alan C says they have that in America. And if I'm doing pow-pow, I'm happy. Let's see. Alan C says they have that in America. It's got both the male and female on the door. Yeah, but the thing is, I think those might be where somebody could go in and lock the door. But over in Australia, I think it's like, I think I might be wrong, but I think it's like anybody could just go in there and the door will still be open. Like they want to do it to all the bathrooms, every single bathroom, from what I understood from the video that I was watching. That's why I need to get over there. Things are whack here. Yeah, bro, hurry up. Let's have some fun, Ozzy. Let's have some party. Yeah, Big Al. I'm sorry, not Big Al. Alan. Alan is going to be over here soon. Naeem says he comes in June next month. Naeem says can't get a shout out. My cousin doesn't believe me. Can I get a shout out? Sure. Naeem731. Shout out to Naeem731. The coolest dude in my live from the Philippines. The coolest dude from the Philippines in my live. What's up, brother? How's it going? Ozzy says mostly, yeah, one person at a time, and you can lock the door. Some of the stuff reversed would trump it as an office. Yeah, yeah, I don't follow it, so I don't really know. I lean that way, of course, because I think the other side is totally nuts. I'm independent though, but I still lean more to the right side than I do with the blue side. but I'm definitely independent. I definitely think that we need to get rid of what we got totally, just get rid of the whole shebang. And, you know, anyway, that's life. Yes, the Trump administration is shutting down a lot of that garbage down. That's great. That's great to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I don't see how the people would ever vote for another Democrat after all the crazy crap that they have done. I don't see how they would ever vote for another Democrat. And I like JFK. I mean, I thought he was all right, but that was a long time ago. I think FDR really fixed a lot of problems because we were in a depression, and he created some systems to help people. But the problem today is the people take advantage of these systems, and they don't want to work. They're a bunch of lazy bums that don't want to work. And I'm not talking about anybody in here. If you need it, you need it. You know what I mean? And you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I've helped my daughter out with some situations too, so I completely understand. But there's some people that are can work, and they are what I want to say easily. They can work easily, and they're trying to get everything from the gut. Now, I don't like to talk about this though because I know corruption is a lot worse. It's those big guys are a lot worse. So I'm gonna get jump off of that. Anyway, yes. Let's see. Ozzy says blue states fighting against him. FDR was bad. Yeah, I figured if I had a Republican in here, they would probably say that. But I asked my grandmother, Ozzy. I asked my grandmother who she thought was the best president, and this is a wonderful lady. She is awesome lady, and she appreciated how what FDR did to fix the problems because she was a sharecropper. My grandparents were sharecroppers out in North Carolina, out there in the fields, and they didn't have much, and depression was horrible. And because what FDR did, it it changed things. Now, do we still need the things that he did? Maybe not, you know. Um, but you know, anyway, that's just my opinion. I think I love my grandma, and I wouldn't call her a Democrat. Um, and as far as socialism goes, I see socialism as different things like from libraries, police. To me, that is a socialist thing. I think that's a good thing. Now, there's socialist stuff out there that I think is bad. So that's just the way I look at it. But I know it's probably not the way everybody looks at it. The Depression lasted all 12 years of his presidency. Okay, but he didn't end the Depression. He didn't end the Depression? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have to look at it and figure it out. According to her, that's what she was telling me, though. But I've never really looked at the timeline. And, bro, I was skipping so much school in high school, I never really learned anything. He kept the U.S. in depression for over 10 years. A lot of times, though, I'm going to say this, though. I don't know about if he was great or not great. I'm not going to say. But according to her, he was great. Now, I will say this. A lot of times when somebody does something, it doesn't show up the effect of it till later. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, but anyway, the war ended the depression. How did the war end the depression? Let me think about this. Let's be logical for a little bit and figure it out. The war ended the depression. Yeah, because all the money that was put into making stuff. I'm just being logical, you know, um, uh, of how that happened. Yeah, all the factories and everything to, I'm not going to side with one way or the other. I'm just going to be totally logical because I'm an independent, you know. And yeah, that would make sense if you had factories making weapons. You had but what that does is basically take a lot of money from the government to create that kind of stuff, right? So then that creates debt for the government. I'm just being logical here. So, okay. Anyway, maybe what it was with my grandmother was that they needed some help fast from the government, and there were some systems that was put in place to able to get the money to be able to buy food, that kind of stuff. This was, I think, more important back in those days than it is now because a lot of people have a lot of stuff. They don't, you could walk outside in USA and see somebody driving a BMW, and they're getting government handouts. Now back then, they didn't have a car. They were out in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know how they did what they did. I don't know. I didn't live with them, so. But anyway, I do see the U.S. I see the world falling back into a depression. To be honest with you, eventually, it's taking some time because a lot of things is just superficial right now. I think it's going to be one day. It's going to be a lot worse. I'd rather be here than over there because everything's so expensive over there. But anyway, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe everything will be wonderful. I hope so, bro. I hope so. I don't like talking too sad when I'm on live, bro. I'm talking too sad now. Anyway, man, we're getting old. You know what I'm saying? We're getting old. We're getting so old that, hey, enjoy our last years and, enjoy our life while we got it. That kind of thing. Man, it's so sweaty out here. So I guess I'll turn. Don't worry, Mikey. Things will work out. Yeah, we'll find out, man. We'll find out. But Alan, you're 60 something, right? You're 60 something. I'm 50 something. If we get another 20 years, that'd be awesome. You know, but I just take it day by day. Get another 30 years, 20, 30 years, whatever. Just take things day by day. Enjoy life to the fullest. Have a great time. That's right, man. You got to enjoy life. That's right. That's why I don't like to get too involved with all that political mess. How hot is it, bro? It's like 95 degrees, 94. I don't know. I know yesterday was 95 or higher. Big Al in the Philippines, he was saying it was about 100 degrees where he was. So yeah, it's burning up. I did look at the weather forecast coming, and they were started talking about some rain. I looked at it last night, and said might get some rain here in a few days. So maybe my June the 5th prediction, maybe it will happen. I'd be screwed. Hold on, let me read what Ozzy said. Yep, I worry about the banking system collapsing while I'm in the Philippines. I would be screwed. Be creative on how you do things. I use Wise is one thing I use, and Wise is not exactly. It's not a U.S. bank. It's a financial institution, and I am not a financial advisor. But it's a financial institution, and it's been awesome for me. Um, you could look it up, research it. I can't really, tell you a lot about it, but it's been awesome for me. Wise. They give you awesome rates for the exchange rate. I know some other people over here that use it as well. So that's what I would look into. And then don't put all your eggs in one basket in case there's a problem. You can have cash on hand up to, I believe it's $10,000 on the plane. It's either, I think it's 10,000. Check because it might have changed. It might be a new update. The last I heard. Craig Henderson said, "So nice to hear your thoughts, Mike. Really enjoyed conversation with all us friends." Yeah, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the friendships that we have. Thank you guys. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, Ozzy was talking about a volcano erupting. I think that was over in Bicol. I'm nowhere close to that area, and most people don't live over in that area. But I did watch a video where some people were wanting to like tore up the volcano, and they heard there was danger, but they went anyway, and they unalived themselves basically. Alan C says, the rice, but that's you're talking about a volcano that's like 1%, if that, of the Philippines. When you have all this other stuff, I have never been in any kind of really bad weather over here. I have in the U.S., but I've never been in really bad weather over here. And you know, this heat is hot. It's very hot. No lie. I was in a little typhoon, but it wasn't bad at all. It was like nothing. But maybe I've been lucky. I haven't been in any quake. I always wonder about that. When am I going to be in one? Because I've never been in a quake in the U.S. either. I've never been in a quake anywhere, so it would like probably freak the crap out of me if I ever went through one. What's up, Desert Channel Explorers? How you doing? I watched one of your videos today, bro. Trying to catch up. So I got one down. I'm gonna do some more eventually. How you doing? Good to see you. They live for the day. Desert Channel. Shout out to Desert Channel Explorers. He's over in the great continent of Africa. I need your help with that. You need my help with something? I'm not sure what it was, but yeah, if you need me to help you, yeah, that's why I'm here, Ozzy. Whatever it's for. Meteorite came in by the volcano. It was cool to see. Yeah, I have to check that out. I haven't seen it, Ozzy. I'm sure that was cool. I remember when I was a kid over in North Carolina, and my dad bought this house for $12,000. It was in the hood. We lived in the hood. It was, I was the only white kid on the school bus. But he bought a house for $12,000. Really small house. My bedroom was just a bed. That was it. Couldn't put anything else in there. And played basketball every day. But what I was going to say, in the backyard, I was out there walking, sort of like it was a little bit of a woody area. Not very big, but it was a small woody area back there. And there was a meteorite just laying there. Big rock. It was awesome. It was huge. It was like almost as big as this table. Yeah, almost that big. The banking thing. Okay, I got you, bro. You can watch my video I did about banking for one, Ozzy. I did one about banking. Just type in the search for Mikey Pino banking. Maybe find it that way. But anyway, or I could send it to you if you want. Um, Also, yeah, I'll be happy to help you in person or um, whatever, through email, whatever. Figure out something. Those are worth money. I know, I was thinking that now. I didn't think about that when I was a kid. I don't know if it's still there. This is back when I was like freaking 11 years old. 12 years old, 11, 12 years old, somewhere around there. I remember being out there watching. I think I was 12 at the time. You could sell. I know, I was thinking that nowadays, maybe it's still there, bro, but I'm not going back over there to find out. How much money we talking about? Is it worth it? I don't like planes. Trying not to fly back. Yeah, I wonder how much money it is. It's in Now you get real personal. Sanford, bro. Sanford, Sanford, North Carolina. It's a small city. Yeah, about maybe 30,000 people there, something like that. Millions, really? Whoa, bro. I mean, this is 40 something years ago. Seriously? Crap. Ozzy, go pick it up. Just send me a little bit of money if you pick it up, like maybe $1,000 or something like that. If it's still there. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Now everybody's headed down there. They're looking for it. Bro, we were in a $12,000 house and we had billions in the backyard. What the crap? And this is something else weird that happened, man. Up in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I shouldn't tell you this. It's not about meteorites. It's not about money. It's about something that is, yeah. Anyway, let's just say if you go out and walk and you go places, you will find some interesting things. Anyway, my sister just bought a house in Somerville. There you go. Are you sure it's a meteorite? Let me look it up. Let me go online. I'll go online later today and I'll look it up. As a matter of fact, we were talking about, you brought up someone in that last live and I forgot to talk all about it. I said, let me get back to that. Remember the person you brought up? Um, I say go for it, man. I say, hey, it could always just be a good time, you know. If anything, if it's not a forever, at least it's going to be a daggone good time. You know what you talked about in the last live that I forgot all about, and I just remembered it this morning. But as far as the meteorite thing, I'll look up pictures. I'm guessing it is, but I'll check it out and see. Yeah, I would assume that was a meteorite. It looked like it. I thought it was a meteorite anyway, but I'll check it out. I'll go online and look at it. Yeah, I'm not sure. She is adorable. Yeah, she is. She is adorable. She's a very attractive, very beautiful, and she's of action, bro. She has some energy, and that's awesome to me. The energy. So yeah, it's like, hey, you're gonna have some kind of good time. That's all I got to say. Oh man, maybe I should get maybe I should get 5,000, Ozzy. I mean, if you're gonna make millions. Anyway, uh, that's for sure. Yeah, I know, bro. Man, could see you with like $2 million in the Philippines. Oh my gosh, you might become like the leader over here or something. Let's see. Craig says I'm getting old at 64 years. Bones starting to break. Oh, thanks for the bright future I have, Craig. No, I'm joking with you. No, it's good to know what to expect. But yeah, I'm sorry about you breaking your arm, man. Sorry about that. And I have been up here sweating like a dog. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, I think. So we got about 2 more minutes, three more minutes. She gets up before 5 a.m. every day. Yeah, I know. She's awesome, bro. She's got some cute kids. Craig, I hear you. Yeah, you know, I don't know exactly what her thought process is, but it's going to be a good time no matter what, you know? So just have a good time. Go with the flow. That's something that we always say over here. Some of the dates I've been on with the girls, but say we're just going to go with the flow. That's one of the sayings over here in the Philippines. Go with the flow. It's more fun in the Philippines. I created that. It's 70% cheaper than the USA, which I did the research to figure that out. Um, what else is another thing that people say? Anybody in here? There's other things they say, but I can't think. Oh, Santa all is another one, which means like, oh, I'm so jealous. I want the same thing, kind of thing. If you're beside somebody and you're eating like a steak and they're eating a cracker, and they're looking at you and they say Santa all. They're like, you're so lucky. Craig, I hear you. I have plates and screws in my right leg. Yeah, she just has a great personality. Yeah, she's awesome. She is very attractive, in my opinion. Yeah, envy. Yeah, it's like envy. You're right, bro. Man, I am. Plus, I gotta go eat something too. I just thought about that. And get me something to eat and get out of this heat. And I'm gonna miss you guys. See y'all as soon as possible. What time is it now? It's 12:09. So I started today. I started a little bit early today. I was about 10:50 something today. Craig, I'm sorry to hear about the broken arm. I've never broke a bone in my life, so I don't know what it feels like or any of the thing about it. But I hope it heals up very fast for you. And be careful, bro. Be careful, and yeah, my heart goes out to you. Let's see, Lester. Hi again. Hi, Lester. Going to be losing here soon. Like lost weight? Yeah, I think I lost. I've been losing a little bit here and there. Ozzy, I've been losing some here and there. This is what I look like now. So when I left the USA, I was about 40 pounds heavier than now. Yeah, which was about 2 years ago. This is my second trip. So this one about over 2 years. You know, most of it you lose in the first year, really. But anyway, I appreciate it, Ozzy. And anybody else that's in here, I don't know if Michael's here. Anyway, thanks to everybody for showing up. Mimi, Desert Channel Explorers, everybody, Lester, Ozzy, Craig, um, Alan C. Alan C. Thank you. You're awesome, brother. I appreciate your input and what you did last time in the last live. I appreciate that. All right, take care, everybody. Peace out. 12:11. We're closing down. Time for lunch.